There have been recent reports going around suggesting that The Flash Season 9 is most likely going to be the final season of The Flash. And of course, we will be breaking this down, talk about whether this is actually highly likely, will there be any potential Flash spin-offs coming our way if The Flash does end, and of course, we will be breaking down the news of a major cast member leaving the show as well. Yo, what is going on guys, Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 8. And for this video, I'll be breaking down and going over two articles, one from Deadline and another one from The Hollywood Reporter, with both having some very interesting news to discuss. In regards to the first article which I'll be going over, which will be The Hollywood Reporter article, it does discuss some highly credible sources suggesting that The Flash Season 9 could potentially be the final season, and it's gonna be an abbreviated season, so that pretty much means a shorter season. So I'll be talking about that first, and then of course I will obviously talk about the article from Deadline, which does talk about the news of Jesse L. Martin no longer being a series regular going into The Flash Season 9. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. Okay, so firstly, I will go over a segment from the Hollywood Reporter article discussing The Flash Season 9 potentially being the final season. It is a pretty short segment and just kicks off as followed. The CW renewed The Flash in March. While no formal announcements has been made, sources say there has been talk of the series coming into a conclusion with an abbreviated final season. So yeah, this portion is very interesting. Of course, it does not confirm that Season 9 will be The Flash's final season. It's just that there have been talks of the series coming to an end with a shortened final season, which did of course lead to people assuming that The Flash Season 9 would be like an Arrow Season 8 situation, which would just be like 10 episodes long. But that's not true, because way back in March, when Grant Gustin renewed his contract for Season 9, he was confirmed to appear, and he's contractually bound to appear, in at least 15 episodes. Meaning when this article is talking about an abbreviated final season, and Grant Gustin literally being contractually bound to do 15 episodes, this pretty much confirms that The Flash Season 9 will not be 10 episodes. A normal season of The Flash is just 18 to 20 episodes, and due to Grant only being contractually bound to do 15 episodes, the shortened season will be 15 episodes, all of which Grant would be confirmed to appear on. And this of course would include interlude episodes as well. Now, do I think The Flash Season 9 will be the final season? My answer is both-sided. It's a yes and a no. In regards to the yes part, we're at this point in the show right now where we are kind of nearing the end of things. For example, in regards to The Flash, he's become much more independent. He's a lot less reliant on Team Flash. He's leveled up to a point where he just defeats villains so easily. He's much more confident, and he is at this point right now where you can't really develop him anymore. Like, he is properly the Flash at this point in time. He has the completed suit, he has the gold boots, he's leveled up, he's faster than he's ever been, he's more powerful than he's ever been. So you can't really go more from here with his character. And even the same with Bart, aka the Reverse Flash. It is so clear that they're nearing the end of Tom Cavanagh's version of the Reverse Flash as well. Yes, he will be breaking out of prison and he will get his speed back in some way. And he is confirmed to return for episode 16 and most likely going to be the main villain for episodes 18, 19, and 20. So that final graphic novel. Yes, I have seen the set photos and I will do a video on that tomorrow. But just even like looking at those set photos alone, it is so clear that they're nearing the very end of this version of the Reverse Flash's arc. So it would make a lot more sense to tie a bow on this version of the Reverse Flash this season and then bring in Matt Letcher to become the final main villain of the show if Season 9 is going to be the final season, just to, like, you know, make everything come full circle with the story. In regards to why it won't be the final season, you have to understand that this is not the first time The Flash was said to end with their new season. They did this with Season 8 as well, and yes, although the one with Season 8 was just a rumor, whereas this is a bit more credible, you could say, like, we still ended up getting Season 8. And surprise, surprise, it was not the final season. Yes, as I said before, with season 9's like rumor, you could say it's much more credible, but again, nothing has really been confirmed, so it's too early to say anything. And if it isn't confirmed during the CW upfronts, which is in May, then it definitely is not going to be the final season. I'll say that for a fact. Secondly, I just don't understand why you would just go 9 seasons into a TV show and just not commit to one more year to just hit that milestone of a 10-season show, which Grant has expressed many times that with the show, he always would have wanted to hit Smallville numbers. And yes, of course, Grant Gustin does have bigger priorities right now. He now has a family and he is also a father, but he still seems to be quite enthusiastic about the show. Yes, not as much as before, definitely not as much as before, but the fact that he signed on to do a 15 episode long season for a 9th season when he could have easily decided to leave during season 8 shows that he still wants to commit to it. And the thing with CW shows is that once it gets to a certain point, it's pretty much the main actor's decision if the show is to continue or end. I've said this before. Absolutely anyone on the show you can think of can leave, whether that be Iris, Caitlin, and funny enough, Joe, which we will get to in a second. Any of them can decide to leave, and it won't matter one bit. If Grant Gustin wants to do more and wants to commit to more, it's going to happen. If Grant Gustin wants to go on to do season 11, it's most probably going to happen. So going to season 10 won't really be that much of a stretch. If Grant wants to do it, then it will happen. So what I personally think would be good to see is that season 9 be kind of this season to build up to the end and pretty much set up the ideal 10th season being the final season, and that should be a short 10 episode conclusion to the show, maybe even shorter, just like what Arrow season 8 did, and of course have Matt Letcher's Reverse Flash as the main villain. That's what I would like to see. Now, in terms of any spin-offs coming our way if the show is to end with a final season, of course the most ideal spin-off would be a Bart Nora spin-off series. But then the thing is, like, yes, it would be really cool to see. I'm sure every Flash fan would love to see a Bart Nora spin-off. But like, you're pretty much just watching the same show just with different characters. Like, it's still a speedster-based show. You're probably going to have similar villains. Like, it's just pretty much the Flash 2.0. So is there really a point in having it? Is it like really necessary? Like, don't get me wrong, it would be really, really cool. And if a spin-off was to happen, it's definitely going to be a Bart Nora spin-off. But it's not really necessary. Like, it's still the same show. Like, it's still the Flash, just with different characters. So I don't know. It's kind of on the same boat with Green Arrow and the Canaries, if you will. But yeah, we do have some news in regards to a major cast member leaving the show. So I will read over that article, which is from Deadline, and I will break it down as well. So Jesse L. Martin has been tapped as the lead of NBC's drama pilot The Irrational, as he's leaving the CW's Flash after 8 seasons. While Martin no longer will be in the series as a regular on Berlanti Productions / Warner Brothers TV produced The Flash, he is expected to appear in multiple episodes of the DC drama in its recently picked up 9th season. Martin was one of 4 remaining Flash original cast members, along with star Grant Gustin, Candice Patton, and Danielle Panabaker. The existing contracts of all 4 were up at the end of the current season 8. As Deadline reported in late January, the studio closed a new deal with Gustin ahead of CW's renewal of the show for season 9 last month. Patton and Panabaker are believed to be in negotiations to return. Martin had not been approached to come back, making him available for pilots and series. He was offered The Irrational and ultimately closed the deal, which has the Law and Order veteran in first position. It allows him to do as many as 5 episodes of The Flash next season, I hear. So yeah, it's going to be really sad to see Joe no longer become a series regular. He was undoubtedly one of the hearts of the show. I'm really going to miss having him around, but this was one of those things that was eventually bound to happen. Like, if anyone in the cast right now was to leave, it was most likely going to be Joe, and it looks like that is the case. But yeah, at least he will still be guest starring in multiple episodes next season, which, as the article said, it will be 5 episodes. Now, in regards to what they could do with Joe, it's just simply make him retire fully and just leave Central City. But my main concern with this is that if Joe leaves and Cecile stays, I would absolutely flip. That would make no sense at all. So the most logical option is that if Joe leaves, then he should get married to Cecile, just retire everything, and both of them just leave Central City. I really don't want to see oh, I'm just going to pay a visit to Wally for a while, Joe goes away and Cecile stays. I would absolutely hate that. So I would say that if Joe leaves, then Cecile should leave as well. In regards to Pennebaker, she will 100% sign on to next season. That's without a question. Danielle Pennebaker is still very, very enthusiastic with the show. She's the only cast member which pretty much promotes the show to the fullest. Like, you see it like every single week she promotes the show with the new episode. So she's definitely going to stay. In terms of Candice Patton, there is a big question mark because you can tell she still loves the fans and she still does love this character, but her interest in the show dipped quite significantly, and you can tell this is the case due to the amount of episodes she started missing. Like, it was 2.5 episodes last season because she missed 15, she missed 16, and then she wasn't there for half of 17. And 4 episodes this season which she will not be in: 14, 15, 16, 17, and she'll be back in 18. So she will most probably sign on to a contract where she'll still be a series regular. However, she will take a 4-episode hiatus in some way. Again, she'll try and get that in her contract once again. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Be sure to tell me in the comment section down below if you guys think that The Flash Season 9 will be the final season. I'm interested to see all of your thoughts towards all of this as well. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.